There can be so much pressure and angst around getting in the mood when you're married and you want to have an intimate life with your husband, but those sensations, those tingly feelings, those feelings of desire just don't come. And it can be really, really frustrating. So in this video, I want to talk about what it means to be in the mood, and there is, if there's other ways to look at it, which there is. My name is Denton-Howes. I am a marriage and sex educator. I have spent the last 6 years of my life dedicating to specializing in helping women who are married to men want and enjoy sex more. And I did this because it was my own journey. Okay, so let's talk desire. It can feel very much out of your control and really elusive. And it's especially difficult when maybe your partner can get in the mood a lot easier than you can. And perhaps they feel like if you don't want to have sex with them, or if you aren't feeling that, let's get going, hot and bothered, whatever you want to call it, horniness, then you don't find them attractive or that you aren't happy in the relationship. And as you know, that couldn't be further from the truth. This can really easily have you feel like there's something broken or that there's something wrong with you. And I understand all of that, especially because I've worked with hundreds of women in my program, and we all basically say the same thing. So why is this happening, and what can we do instead? First off, I think it's really important that we understand the way we look at desire can be really outdated. We are looking at it from this perspective of first your body has to feel those feelings of arousal, whatever that means. No one really is able to explain what they're looking for when they say, I want to feel in the mood. Can you? I don't know. But it's something to do with the body. Then comes the finding a partner experience, like what can I do with this feeling I'm feeling? And then you have some sex. And that is sort of the healthy mode that we're taught. And if we aren't feeling that way, then we can feel again that we're inadequate and that we aren't functioning at the right level, whatever that means. So when I learned what I'm about to teach you, I felt a tremendous amount of relief because I finally realized that there is more to it than just this. It was nice to have something that I could name and label and something that science proves, because we know our experience, but isn't it interesting how we always need something to sort of validate what that is? So this is what I'm going to share with you right now. Technically speaking, it has been discovered that there isn't just one formulaic way to experience desire. There is a multitude of ways, but in this specific instance, there is two ones I want to highlight. I learned this first from Emily Nagoski in the book, Come As You Are, excellent resource. And spontaneous desire is a desire that we all know to be sort of the only one. That's what's depicted in sex scenes. It's the one that I just shared with you right now, where you feel some bodily sensations and then you're good to go. Well, it turns out there can be another way to experience desire, shocker, and that is to respond. Respond to maybe a safe, pressure-free, no-goal experience where it's okay to be curious and learn about yourself and see where your body takes you. And I think that's really like the most satisfying way to enjoy a sexual experience with your partner. Not only are there different ways to experience desire, but there's also different motivations to want to have sex, and they're all legitimate reasons to want it. You may want to feel more connected, or you may want to talk and maybe it's a self-care thing. You want to relax and feel nourished. You want to shut out the world for a little bit. You want to spend time in mindfulness, focusing on your five senses. You want to just be goofy and have fun and be playful and explore and be curious. I mean, there's all sorts of motivations to want sex, and it doesn't have to be to scratch an itch. The most important thing is that you are wanting the experience to happen, whatever your motivation is. So you may be thinking, okay, Jana, well, this is all great, but how does sex actually happen? Because either I'm waiting to be in the mood or my partner's in the mood and then they initiate it, and then there's that sort of awkwardness of rejection or will I just go along with it, right? We all know this dance really well. So what is an alternative? How can you work with this responsive desire? What I love to do and what I teach my participants to do is to schedule experiences, opportunities to explore what pleasure and connection could look like in that moment with the person you are in that moment, with all of your emotions, your overwhelm, your anxiety, your humanness, your bodily sensations. Maybe you're have your period, or maybe you just have a really hard day. All of you, all packaged up in a beautiful, imperfect human package, can go into the sexual experience and see what is it you need in that moment. And of course, it always requires that bubble of safety that I like to talk about, emotional and physical safety with your partner. So if you're going to be open, if you're going to explore, then you need to feel safe. You need to know that if you figure out that you like something or don't like something, that it's going to be respected and you're going to be heard and you're going to be loved, and there isn't going to be that pressure to have that very formulaic foreplay, intercourse, orgasm experience. And quite frankly, having any pressure to do that can really shut down any desire, because now you are, feeling that pressure and that anticipation, and you want your body to work, and it's very, very narrow, and there is no space for creativity and exploration there. So I just wanted to acknowledge that it may be sort of sound simple, oh, just schedule sex, but it's not. It's very nuanced. In fact, it takes until week 6 of my program until we actually get to this part, because there's so many pieces before that. So I hope this video has really highlighted to you that the experience of desire and wanting is much more sophisticated than one might think it is. It's not just a matter of taking a pill or balancing your hormones perfectly so that you can get those like horny feelings in your crotch, whatever that is. It can be responsive. It can be cultivated. Your arousal and your pleasure can be cultivated in a safe, comfortable environment. And also wanting can look very different. Your motivations and your reasons for exploring intimate time with your partner can be very vast and varied and very unique to you. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it's been helpful. I hope it's brought relief, that you never actually have to be in the mood again. What a joy that is in my life. When I discovered that, it was just, it's so nice. We just schedule times to connect every single week, show up as we are, and make sure we've got that safety there, so there's no pressure and no goals. And it's really a delight. It becomes an intimacy heartbeat in your relationship. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe. Thank you to all of you who already are subscribed. And if you feel like you want to support this channel, a like on this video really does help a lot. And if you feel courageous, you can share it with a friend. Okay, I'll see you in the next one.